She's in traffic. Itzel Mendoza. Andy Ray.
Present.
Chris Ricky.
Present.
Christina Walker. Yes, no.
Oh, present.
Okay. You wanted to read the statement of the city?
Sure. Dorville is proud to be a city of civility,
While differences of opinion are natural, let us approach each other with open minds, speak with courtesy, and treat one another with dignity and respect. Respect is the foundation of good governance, and we thank you for upholding the spirit of civility with us. Motion to approve previous meeting minutes.
Second.
Do we know if we have anybody online for public comments? Okay. I did this wrong. It was supposed to be approval of meeting agenda prior, which we seconded. Approval of previous meeting minutes on November 20th.
Second.
Okay, that brings us to the presentation and report of the finance worksheet that you did, Christine.
We maybe pull up the file. Okay. So the last couple of meetings, we had started talking about the budget for the Art Commission, and I had brought up the idea of creating some kind of tracking spreadsheet for that. On behalf of the commission, I created this file. I do want to caveat that I am not a finance expert. But put this together, found a template online and put this together. So within this, the spreadsheet, there are two main sections. There's the income section, which tracks the income that we're making, that is allotted to each of those budgetary items that were projected for our budget for the commission. So those four categories are year-to-year reserve, which is 20% of the cash balance that we have. Community engagement, which is 20%. Rotating and temporary projects, which is also 20%, and micro grants, which is 40%. So at the very top of this, you'll notice that there is a total cash balance that is the total balance of our budget. The cash on hand is actually the balance minus the reserve. So the year-to-year reserve budget, which is 20%. So the remaining cash on hand is actually meant to represent community engagement, rotating and temporary projects, as well as micro grants. At the lower section, which is expenses, that is for us to be able to track the expenses that we are taking out of the budget towards any one of those three buckets. At the very bottom, you'll be able to see what the end of the monthly cash position is for each of those budgetary buckets. And within the spreadsheet, we're tracking every month of the full fiscal year, which is October 2025 to September 2026. So I have broken it out by quarters. And then there are totals for each quarter. At the very end of the spreadsheet, which you can't see to the far right, is going to be the totals. So the total income that we have made for each quarter. And at the very end, it's also tracking our full expenses for the year. This is by no means perfect, but we can adjust it as we need. For example, there is a gap in how we actually make note of the expenses and the income, like where it's coming from. But there's a way to note it on the left. So we might have to just do it in an imperfect way, and then next year maybe tweak it.
One of the things is that when you say the income is not the income that are coming from the income from the movies, or is the income is we do any other fundraiser or something?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Magina. So I think for me, it's all of the above. So what I've done is I've the balance there is from the film income that we had made, but that doesn't mean that we can't make income in other places. So if we apply for grants and we get money, then we'll add it here. If we get individual or corporate donations, we can add that here as well. So there are no restrictions in my mind of how we track that income.
That's the question I would like to have to finance, because like this month we have a permit, so it was 200. So I don't know, is we should include it right away and we can use that money, or we wait that is accumulate until the next.
The $200, where is that coming from? It's coming from the council, right?
No, that $100 was in a permit for a film.
Oh, permit. Okay, gotcha.
So it's done that there is a film or a production and they ask for a permit to the city. So then
That permit.
will go to the public.
And that was for December?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So when you are mentioned that this worksheet will keep track of all the incomes, so should we include that?
We should.
Or
I think
leave
we
it
should.
until the end of the year and put in the budget?
I mean, I
that?
think we should include it. If it's happening in December, then we should absolutely include it. So I want to make sure that everyone knows that they are empowered to add to this. So I didn't know that. I didn't have transparency into that, probably because I'm a newbie.
Yeah,
But
no, but it's totally perfect. It's like because that was a budget that they gave us. I didn't know is that we can increase the budget for the income of the movies. That's the only thing that I would like to check out with finance.
yeah,
Is-
I mean,
That's a little bit of the purpose of what you wanted to do the spreadsheet. So that way it would be interactive and we could see it, the progress throughout live.
yeah, to me, this is a living document. So as income comes in, as we spend, we should be updating this spreadsheet.
I understand about the expense. I was not sure about the income.
Income, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
Yeah, we should track the income.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
understand.
Yeah, that's a good question, Magina.
So I think I will submit it also to finance to see what they say.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Also, if finance wants to take a look at this, and just-
It's perfect. It's just like.
Yeah, I
Sure
think
that it-
finance might want to suggest budget codes for things too. If they, I don't know how micro they want to get on what we do, but they may have suggestions for
We
budget.
have
code.
only one code for
Okay.
expenses for public.
okay.
But like I know that the Georgia Council of the Art, it will have an opening of grants, I think now or in January. So it's something that we needed to take a look. to
Yeah.
see if there is an opportunity. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, we get a grant for them. So I don't know how frequently you can obtain grants, but we can submit it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think we should. More budget, the better, you know?
I had a suggestion for like right now when you mentioned about adding notes to be more descriptive.
Yeah.
Maybe you could add another sheet and like another sheet and export the information from cell on sheet 2 to sheet 1.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think
Okay.
there are different ways that we can approach this. Right now I was trying to make it as simple as possible because really, truly, I could just expand this.
I could help you do that part.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's really easy. I've done it before for a different other project.
Yeah,
And that way we just have a sheet full of descriptions of like what the itemized things were.
Yeah.
And then another one where it's just like, okay, that's where we're getting that information from.
Yeah, I had started doing that. The problem is the way this is set up is that there's no way to do that on a monthly basis.
Okay.
So I think there's a way that we could just make like a running note
Mhm.
in the cells on the left that are underneath each of these buckets. And then at the end of the year, we just
update it?
Yeah.
If
or-
not, we could link it to another spreadsheet.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep.
That's what I meant, like exporting like a tab. Like there's a way to
Yeah, totally. Yep. To link them. Yep.
link different tabs inside the
Mhm.
sheets. Excel is so extensive.
Yeah. Well, it's also complicated. if-
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful. So yeah, if you want to take a stab at it, I would love your help. in
Okay,
that.
I'll make a copy just so I don't mess up your original copy. In case I mess
I
up
have a
some
backup,
formulas.
By the way, I have a backup. So yeah, I mean, if you want to create a new tab, that's totally fine in the file because this is a work in progress first time we've done it. So
I'll make a
You
copy
can-
and then I'll
okay,
make a tab.
whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Mess up one formula and you mess up the whole
You
sheet.
do, yeah, it's true. So, do you have any other questions?
No, I think that was my
Yeah,
only
that's it.
suggestion.
It's a great idea. Cool. That's it for me on the expense spreadsheet.
Okay, so moving on to unfinished business.
The agenda, so when it's nothing there, because it's a format that we are going to keep,
Okay,
when it's blank, that is
okay,
no item.
so we're done. New business. We'd had conversations last meeting about selecting a chair and vice chair. Don't know.
Do you want to make a motion based on our discussion?
Well, what is our formal process here? Do we,
That is, you can nominate somebody or somebody can self-nominate and then you make a vote. And the same for the vice chairs.
let's start, would anybody like to self-nominate?
I mean, I think just so we have it on record, I am curious about what it means to be a chair and a vice chair before I nominate myself for chair.
So you have to write, no, I'm not even gonna
You
kid.
can put these in.
It's on record.
The vice chairs is like as in case that the chair is not there. Will step up.
Yeah, and as the chair, you would be leading the meeting.
Meetings, yeah.
And then I think really, outside of that is the other big responsibility, the year-end report. Are those the two?
Present that.
To the council.
Oh, to the council.
Yeah, and really we would provide a summary of what has taken place over the course of the last year.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's based on calendar year though, not fiscal year, correct?
Oh, okay.
Just to make things confusing.
Yeah. Really make it clear as mud.
And like usually should it be like the month of October now? That is the first month or the last month of the year.
Right.
In the past, we were doing annually, so it was kind of like in the first 2 months of the year. But I think it's better to do it starting the fiscal year. Or we can do it the month before. So then, is anything that we wanna do they consider for the budget? Also, is a good idea.
So for example, the year-end presentation of the council would be in September of 2026. Okay.
Yeah. And so is this as September? So then in August, we should discuss what else should it present or
Okay.
is there any issue? And then the last.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll nominate myself for chair.
Somebody else self-nominate?
Does anybody want to self-nominate for vice chair?
Why are you looking at me like that, Majira?
Look,
I can nominate myself for vice chair. Upon Majira's face.
Did everybody look at you?
see, don't.
You didn't need to.
No, I
She felt it.
I felt it.
Okay, and then do we take a vote on it next? Is that how we do this? Or
Yeah, I mean, I would say,
do we accept Or can we?
That we should have made the
Make a
board
motion.
know, the motion now, and then we have a quorum, so next time we can start it.
Okay. So we make a motion to submit Christine for chair and Itzel for vice chair. No, I was just kidding. I'm just doing, I got a lot going on every year. I wasn't prepared to do this.
So everyone,
One at each.
each one of you will say this, say the vote or something, vote, yes or no?
Second?
I think each of one should.
Yeah, I think each needs to be a separate motion, correct?
Mhm.
So motion to vote for Christine for chair. I
Yeah.
vote yes.
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 It's unanimous. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your trust.
No, I think she came in with the right attitude.
And motion for Itzel for vice chair.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Okay, we'll do it.
Perfect.
Okay, and are you going to handle the PIN presentation or does one of us need to do that?
I can do the. So, no, continue. Yes. So the idea of this, as you know, because you work in the flyer, we have the pin that we promoted for a call to artists. So the application was open in November 21st and we closed it in December 11. We have a total of 17 applications. And then we conform a committee that met this on the 15th. And so we went through a criteria. Can pass the next one. Before that, I want to mention that we use all the promotion that we have available. Our directory of artists is 83 people, 3 artists. Then the city promoted in the social media. We also reach out to 6 different galleries, and the whole call give opportunities to 10 artists, and the finalists will receive a $200 payment for their original, and a collection of 100 of these pins will be produced to make available in restaurants or business around the city during the World Cup. So the criteria of evaluation that the committee used, the committee was confirmed by staff from different departments. So we put it like the artist seems to excited about Doraville, since one of the question is like we asked them, what characteristics you are more excited about the city? The second score was about the artist design connect with the city of Doraville. The third was like, is the artist design connect with the World Cup? And when we talk about design, what we request in the application was an idea. To keep a best practice that we don't want to make the artist work and don't compensate it for the work. So the criteria number 3 was about connection with the World Cup, and the 4th one is the sample that each one provide 3 samples of their art, support the artist as a finalist. As you see, all of this in art, everything is very subjective, but we create this with different score. For the excitement of Doraville, 0 to 2. For the connection with the city of Doraville or with the World Cup, 0 to 3. And the final one that is about the artist's art, style, originality, quality of execution, that was more weight, and the score there was 0 to 4. So What I did is I m- presented with the final score of the 10 finalists. And the idea is like, if you have any comments of that you wanted to provide there, we can include in the conversation that we have with the artist and with the agreement. So if you have a time to review especially the idea of the design and the art, and if you have any comment that you wanted to include, we can do it like that. Or if you have any idea of, because we will present the recommendation to the council in our request. We say that we are going to inform the finalists before next week. And then we would like to inform also the council about this project and the selection of them. That will be in January. Mhm.
I mean, I'm glad that we got a lot of submissions, enough to be able to narrow it down to 10. I think I only have some art direction, because I do agree with some of the council members of how complex some of the artists' work is. And so the only direction I have for the actual artist doing the pin is to try to keep it simple. If they're small pins, minimal detail is good. I'm excited to see the pins, so that's all from me.
So should we go for each one of them or in general?
So,
General, just
Mhm.
that's where my feedback is. Sorry, it's
no, don't worry. So these are the 10 people that got selected for the pens.
Mhm.
And some of them already made ideas of, kind of made a sketch out of what they are thinking about, right?
Yeah, a few of them provide, like the first one of Tiffany, she was one of the one that provide a sketch.
So different restaurants and businesses are going to have pens that are connected somehow to the World Cup, right? The FIFA.
So to the city and the World Cup, we leave it like both of them. So the idea is to promote business in a way to make it fun with this collectible. A restaurant business has to decide what the clients or the participant need to do to collect the pin. So like some suggestion can be like a restaurant have a special dish or a drink, and then the people who get it.
What was it? The Doralita?
yeah, the Dorita. I forgot about that.
That's true. So we'll obtain. I was thinking maybe even is like we can ask the restaurant, maybe if they wanted to make it kind of like a whatever is people
special.
obtain, make a donation or contribution or something. I don't know. So still in the open, but we wanted the business to feel also engaged with how they feel comfortable. The business will pay for the production of the pin, so that's why we wanted to ask them what they wanted to do in exchange.
Good.
I think my only suggestion with the artwork, or like the direction of the artwork, is that it's very very focused. There we go. Very focused towards like a soccer ball, and it's not very like showing symbolism of like Doraville.
Oh,
Like one of them is like an alien, which is cool because of the ATL aliens and stuff like that. But it's like I would love it to have more connections towards Doraville.
that's why I was thinking maybe as we go one by one in case that there is something specifically that you wanna to add, we can report to there.
That could just be me being nitpicky about.
So like for example, for Tiffany Shout, Hif's Blood, there is anything that you would like to see? I think this is one of the artists that she work in a small, I say, size. So it was kind of like easier to see what she can present. The other artists are more like a mural, so it's kind of like a little.
This one's cute.
I mean,
Yeah, I like
This
this
one
a
looks
lot.
like a hot
Yeah,
dog, or
I-
it could be like an
I really-
empanada, but
I
it's
like
like a
that one
soccer
too.
ball.
Yeah.
Cute.
I mean, I have some other thoughts too. I don't want to take over. I don't want to talk the whole time. Sorry. I thought I was done, but I wasn't. So I'm wondering if there's a way, I kind of see this as it's a small space. It's impossible to be able to represent the multiple concepts that we're trying to incorporate into the pin. And so I kind of see it the same as a logo. You can't encompass an entire business within one icon, right? So I wonder if there's an opportunity to put at the bottom of every pin, Doraville, Georgia on there. I know it's
So it's a
cheesy,
little bit
but
more.
it's more representative of the city, and encompassing more of kind of multiple concepts into one pin. That way there's always a reference to our city.
One of the things is like we were thinking like maybe where the pins will be,
Like the card.
like include a little card that will say that City of Doraville.
I like that idea, but once the person puts on the pin and that paper goes in the recycle bin, you
Or
lose,
bottom of the drawer.
or the bottom of the drawer. I think that you lose the city of Doraville in that pin. But I don't know if that would dissuade people from wearing it either. So,
How strong or no, or, partial or any about this idea to include in all the. Because I think that, like you say, it's important, will be an opportunity to highlight the city.
Yes.
But in another is like is people, like I use pins, but I don't use except art, anything that attached to the name.
yeah, I have a tendency to do that too. If it would say Doraville, Georgia, I may not wear it as opposed to something that's more fun and just a symbol. Yeah, I agree with you. So maybe the card is the best.
How many zip
Option.
codes are in Doraville?
Oh,
More than 3?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe we could just put the zip code on it.
Well, I'm curious, have you guys read about Nada wanting to do something that is like based off of a fruit sticker? And she didn't give like an example, but her idea of a design, I feel, is awesome.
Yeah.
Because if you have a fruit sticker, there are certain letterings and
Yeah.
you could put something, either a zip code or Doraville, and it still encompasses the cultural aspect of our cuisine, and everyone knows it.
They submitted an application, and that was didn't make it to the finalist. And then it was like a bowl of that have 3, like a soup bowl, and have. I'm sorry, I don't have. Yeah, but like it have 3 bowls. One of them is the matzo bowl. The other is the war. One area of the war, and the other was a matzo bowl, and the other was a football bowl. So I don't know.
That's interesting, because that's different than what I was thinking of, just her description.
So it's kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh.
And one is a soccer ball, black and white. The other is like the world, and the other is a matzo.
See, I was thinking of like a food sticker, like actually like having a pin that's like shaped like a fruit sticker. But
Yeah, the way you're describing her artwork, I think that would be a really cool execution of it.
that was very different than I was imagining from her description. But
I mean, I think both are really a good solution for it. But I also think, know that every artist is going to be different in how they interpret that pin. So
True.
I
So
don't,
I think in general, they were more excited about the diversity of the city and how to express them and how to connect it with the World Cup. Can you pass to the next one? So like this artist wanted to highlight the richness of Doraville and reflected in the bold colors. This is one of them that in big can be incredible, but in a small, that's one of the suggestions
Too much
also
going
that-
on here, yeah.
to is can the colors can be simplified. One of the things that he was say is like food is one of these major connections that can bring us together, just like the love for sport. So he wanted to reflect this culture in the culinary identity. So again, when we made this recommendation to try to make simple and be mindful of the size of the pin, I think that we hope. We also in the agreement are incorporated one how do you say review. So at least is we feel like it is no according with the ordinance or the policy of the city, but also is we have any suggestion, at least they could make a minor modification.
Yeah.
The next one. So this is one of the few that present also a design of the pin. So this is kind of like you were saying, it include the word Doraville. Also, is at least some of them.
I mean, yeah.
So
the
this one
the
included-
color palette is representative. The color palette is representative.
Mhm.
Doraville, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you go to the next one. He also is will be very inspired about the vibrancy of the diversity. I like that she used a micro mural, so it will be interesting how on a small 1.25 each they will capture that. Next one. Is Melissa also is full of colors and it's more like more abstract. So we'll wonder how. Like I say, it will be more easier for everybody. Was the final, but again, I was thinking like, how can we
Yeah.
just one,
This one.
just one review? Mhm. So then we can have a say or something.
I mean, I
Let's see your
best, yeah. I'm interested in this artist to see what she comes up with because,
He has done some murals down in MARTA,
oh, that's cool.
which I think it's an art center, or I'm not really sure. I know I've talked to her personally before, but her art is in Shin also, like the Chinese company.
Oh, okay.
She does a lot of clothing and she's so flamboyant.
I love the bold colors. She could go simple or complex. So I'm curious what she'll come up with. So it'll be interesting.
So next one. So here also they say that they are going to bring more like the background of where we have to. I think that this concept is kind of totally different of the other. So interesting that how that it will be. Next one.
What language is this?
Oh,
That's interesting because they don't get a lot of representation here. There's not as much representation for like Arabic lettering
No,
here in the city.
what they none of this is what the question was provide a sample
Oh, okay. All right.
that so you
Showcases your artwork.
best for this, okay, the best for this project. So I feel like if he's going to use more the color of the Atlanta campaign, connected with the symbols of the city of Dorado. This is another one that is very easy, but it's like if you see New York, they have a lot of symbolism there. Wonder what he will pick up for Dorado. Although he said that he wanted to do a round token of $2 thing that looked like the edition, but I think that the Marta is not $2. The Marta is $2.50 now.
Huh.
So.
Might want to update.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I have one.
Now you use the card, so no.
I have one.
I wasn't around here in Atlanta. I moved here in 2014, so.
So yeah, was the night finalist, and it's interesting what she present. However, here we are going to provide some of the recommendations about we cannot use any of the
Trademarked.
so that's something that needs to be considered in this final one. The concept can be is there, but it has to be doing modifications. One of the things also that the agreement was say is like we shouldn't include the signature in the pin, and that's another thing that I was like, it's so small to also include your signature there. So. Yeah.
Or on the card and
The
the card
card.
signature.
The company who produced that is only printed in one side.
Or just their signature in the bottom right corner on the card.
I don't like it. Can be incorporated in some way or form.
Oh, like in the card, just here in the bottom right.
Yeah, I wonder if,
signature
I
printed.
wonder if there's an opportunity to put their name, a signature, and maybe a way for people to follow them
Well,
potentially.
we were talking about just a generic card, no like a individualized, just with generic information, and there will be a link to a website.
Okay.
And the website is where we are going to provide the name of the artist, the statement about what this art represent. And we are always kind of like we don't like to include Instagram links but at least, the name and how to find it, artistic name.
Is there a possibility of a QR code to the website of where we give them credit?
Oh yeah, in the card,
Yeah, on the
from
card.
the artist.
Yeah.
That's the thing that legal always has been very careful because they say that you don't have control in somebody else's website.
No, I mean, if you said that we're going to create a page
Yes.
to give them credit
Mhm.
and we could provide a QR code on the
yeah.
card to that page.
Yeah, in the card where this will go will be that information.
Yep.
So then people can learn more about
Great.
and also all the promotion of this project will have a connections to the website.
Okay.
There is a lot of trademarks on this one.
Yeah.
The more I look at it, the more. Yeah.
Also, it's a lot of those details are probably too small to be on a pin. So simplicity, I think, keeps coming up.
And this one, we were very impressed about the idea, but the 5 minutes. Remember? Okay. So the final idea, first that include ATL is open that, I don't know, the BV, what is BVL instead. I will prefer Doraville, yeah.
I know. It's the yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that it's an opportunity there to put the whole name, Doraville. Any other suggestion that you would like we incorporated?
I like the idea of the design where it says that in like the shape of a peach, but I'm not sure if I see the shape of a peach in the sketch.
Yeah, well, like I said, we read the scene and then when we saw the sketch, but the committee really liked the art, especially the second sample that it provides. So there's a lot of potential there.
In the concept, it says a pattern of a soccer ball. I wonder instead of the black and white of the pattern, I wonder if they can carry through the pattern of the soccer ball with the Dorville colors. I'm curious if they could do like a hybrid of the two.
Like with the other one.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like this checker pattern is more of a checkered pattern than a soccer ball because soccer ball is like
It's a, the,
Mhm.
mhm.
yeah. So that doesn't look like a soccer ball pattern. It's just checkered to me.
It's
So
also,
to see it more like
Like a New York taxi pattern
yeah, to see it kind of more like a soccer
and a peach.
would be interesting. And a peach, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, like I said, what was in the idea was more elaborated that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure they just kind of sketched it just to
Same.
give some sense. I doubt that's what it's going to look like if we give it to us.
It looked like a heart to me, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
the peach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, again, I think that the score, like when you go to the score evaluation, we go into the high evaluation of the end. So, and again, for this kind of project, it's a committee. I only facilitate the committee. I don't provide vote on any of these things. Since I connected with some of the artists and
I have a question. So the top 10 were picked and based on the highest scores. Okay. I just wanted to confirm that. That was my assumption, but
yeah, and I only include the copy of all of the comments in case that you
yeah.
wanted to learn more about. Doesn't include the others because it's the other were not selected. So, any last thought about this?
Nothing here.
Anything about the process that for future you we incorporate in future contests? Oh, this is not a contest. This was a call for the artist. I was curious about what is the difference between a call to the artist to a contest.
Good question.
I mean, I almost feel like the competition, there's a bit of subjectivity in choosing it, whereas this was a little bit more unbiased, I have to say. That's one of the main things I'm drawing from.
I think a contest would also require like a final product. I could be wrong. but like a finalized concept where you would have to vote on.
Yep.
Compared to this, it's a little bit more of a vote on like concept,
Yeah.
on theory.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's what we have it for tonight.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Do we gavel it?